Hello everyone, welcome to this playthrough of Terra Invicta. We're going to be starting off in a light solar system as we're still sort of exploring the game and the different phases. Keyly what happens in the mid to late game. We're going to be doing this with the Project Exodus, so I'm quite curious to see what their story is. Game mode, normal. So as Project Exodus, we're going to be looking to escape the aliens by sending humans to the stars. This seems like a very tech-heavy sort of faction, possibly the most neutral of all the factions, which I kind of dig. So let's see what their story is. Okay, and we're into a brand new game. UFO has crashed down in a Central African Republic.
Greetings,
very nice.
Director.
Must escape the solar system, investigate the alien crash, our first objective of the game. So let's see and talk about our faction. We are Project Exodus. We need to investigate this. General objectives: build a council to destroy space, control Earth's nations. That's pretty much the same for everybody. Let's meet our counselors. We've got a very high persuasion man here. What else can we say about him? Pretty good administration that'll allow him to pick up some orgs, and there are some orgs here right off the get-go that we want. This for some cash, giving us a +2 persuasion. Oh my god. What are your skill set? What is your skill set? You can control nation. Turn consular, I think, also requires persuasion, which would be very nice. You do not have a... Oh my god, what is going on with these counselors? We don't have anybody who can do public campaign, and that is a big problem. We're gonna have to hire somebody that can do public campaigns. But alright, let's talk about our guys here. We've got persuasion 7, decent admin guy with pretty good stats in investigation and espionage. They can control nation, defend interests, set national policy. These guys have the exact same skill set. That is so not good. We might have to sack one of them. But alright, at least you'll be pretty good at controlling nations, right? Right? And we've got some nice orgs that we could pick up right off the bat. Let's maybe see if we can hire somebody with a high persuasion that has public campaign, like you, for example. A little bit outside of our influence right now, but we'll be able to pick this up very quickly. Enemy of the state, cannot perform missions in home nation, so you cannot do things in South Korea. That's not a problem, really. Got pretty good stats. No administration, so we can't actually give you orgs unless we sink some things into this stat, which we probably will do. I mean, it's an option. It's an option. With 8 persuasion is enough. Let's see our other guy here, this journalist. Can do public campaigns. Does have a decent persuasion. Does have some admin, so we could probably get you pretty powerful in the persuasion department. Okay. Alright, so our first turn is going to be a little bit meh. A little bit meh. I think it's going to go like this. You can control nation with a small spend in influence in Canada. Maybe get that up to a respectable chance. 8 influence is pretty big. But this first turn, we're going to get quite a lot of influence when we deliver our manifesto, when we investigate the aliens. So we're going to go ahead and try with a 50% chance to grab our first control point in Canada and start moving towards our objective of, yes, grabbing the USA is our opener. I think the USA is probably one of the easier starts that you can go for. I would say maybe even the easiest start you can go for in this game. And it's also quite powerful, so we're going to try that. Control that nation. Our second counselor here will go investigate this alien. We want those boosts. Confirm these assignments. Now we need to check on our research. Now, I'm gonna let the AI worry about the global research. For those of you who don't know how the research in this game works, is you've got global research, which all factions can contribute to, and once complete, you will then be able to, all factions will have access to whatever benefits or research that it unlocks, and then you go into your personal research and you sync how much research you would like into it. Once that's complete, you get access to that technology. Now, the tech tree in this game is absolutely massive. We don't really have to worry about these first techs. I like to focus on things that are benefiting us right in the early game. And if I had to think about what I would like, honestly, getting some more influence early on to pick up some of the more expensive organizations, it's pretty good. So that's what we're gonna do. I think we're all set here to begin our first turn. Let's bump this up. Boop, 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 boop. All right. And let's see how things shake out. One humanity, everybody's cohesion goes up as the world bands together in the face of the unknown. UN Security Council meeting. We will deliver our manifestos to the world. This will declare ourselves and our presence to the world. We'll get 50 influence, which is great. We're going to need as much of this as possible. Grants a public boost for public exodus. Do you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to buy up some orgs. We're going to do that immediately. First, we'll deliver our manifesto. We get a public opinion boost around the globe as well as that.
If we only convince them we are worthy.
We've encountered the academy.
Complete.
We continue. We pause.
Our supporters are in place.
Objective completed here. More science and influence. Alright, new research objective. Research alien signatures, which we will do. We've gained a control point. Because of the public opinion boost that we got around the globe, this raised our success chance up to 70. And we rolled a 35, so that's a win. So I think we would like... I don't think we're going to have a problem generating influence. Although a monthly influence of 3 is very nice. The science and engineers would be good. So what this is, you get to select your management team. It's basically a bonus to your faction depending on what you decide to pick up here. And I think we really would like research income increase of 15 right at the start is good. But I kind of would like cash right off the bat's also quite nice to help buy up some orgs. I'm going to play the long game. I think we're going to go for scientists and engineers because science is going to be so key, and I think it's key to all factions, right? I think science and engineering is where we're going to go. All right, let's buy up. First, let's pick up our next counselor, and I think with crackdown, public campaigning, steel project, this relies on espionage, which you actually have decent of. I think you are good enough as a journalist. You have public campaign, you've got decent persuasion. Let's not jump to any conclusions here. You do have public campaign. You can run coups, which require command that you're actually really bad at. So no, I think you are just a no. How about you, quick learner? Control nation. Now the only thing I need right now is somebody who can sway public opinion for us, and that seems like you. Congratulations, you're in. You also give us a influence boost per month. Not great admin, but we can always buff that. We've already made kind of a critical mistake here in that we haven't bought up some of these orgs. But we're going to grab this one here for the +2 to persuasion, and we will set that up on our main guy as we want him controlling nations and being able to do that really well. So let's just go ahead and buy that one. Got some other organizations here. We can survey a location, investigate counselor, investigate alien activity. And I think we want that on our new journalist guy who has pretty good investigation, espionage. Is there anything that gives us admin? No. I think we do pick this up for you. You can already investigate alien activity, but this will give you the ability to advise, investigate council, which you can already do, survey location, which you can already do. Maybe we don't give that to you. Information science research is nice. Monthly income of money is pretty good. Steel project, which you already have. Persuasion of 10 at game start is big. Giving you some espionage is not bad as well, and a whole bunch of other traits would be pretty good. I think we actually put this on our friend here as well. Security is up. Investigation, espionage, very nice. You can investigate counselor. You don't really get any other benefit from it, but it's fine. I think this will go on our espionage main, this dude here. We'll buy up all of these things. It's good to have them. I don't see anything else here that's too tempting. Nothing that's upping persuasion. We'll keep an eye on this and see when it ticks over, if there's something new we want. But all right, do we want to recruit anybody else? I think we can actually run things forward here. You might be a good pickup. You can crack down and purge your command. We need somebody with a high command at this point. Command and admin would be great. Can crack down and purge, control nation, hostile takeover was very nice. I think you might be our next pickup. Good influence, decent research, high admin cap. I think you're a good long-term investment. So we picked up our first control point in Canada. Let's try to grab up the next one. Now, just with the control nation, with our persuasion 10 person, we already have a 50% chance. We're going to go with a 61% chance. We don't want to spend too much influence, as saving influence early on to buy organizations is very important. How much do we get if we spend 2? 69. Well, who can say no to that?
We'll be running this place in no time. Ready for orders.
You've got a persuasion of 7. And what can we get for our 7 guy? Not too much of a chance of picking up a control point in Mexico. A little bit better in Canada. We'll spend 2 for basically a 50-50.
We'll bring this nation to our side.
We need our
Ready
other
for
dude
orders.
to start doing public campaigns in Mexico. We'll spend a little bit of cash to get up.
I will try to sway the public.
So going for America, we want to grab Mexico, we want to grab Canada. Then we will start
We've moved
trying
the
to
needle.
break into America. Say yes.
We've got our people in place.
Critical success. We picked up another control point in Canada.
We still lack
And
support.
1 failure in Canada, but that's okay. We're almost there. Confirm assignments. Basically the same again. Public campaigning. Let's go with
Making our case.
the key 69.
Ready for my mission.
Alright, so you are very high persuasion. You can probably try getting control of Mexico.
Taking
We'll go
control.
with a 50-50 chance.
Ready for my
And
mission.
you'll have a less chance, so I'm happy with 50-50. We might see a round of failures here,
Establishing control.
but the important thing is to not spend influence too quickly. Could get some more research, but I don't see that as being very important. Do have some more organizations. We need a whole bunch of cash to get this, and getting 500 cash early game is actually kind of difficult. But once we have control of a few points, we could maybe spoil these nations, try and generate us some cash. Let's talk about priorities. We will like Canada at some point to finish the spaceflight program, but we don't need that right now. And I think in order to buy these organizations, we're going to focus on spoiling just a little bit. We're going to be a little bit cutthroat. This, you should see a big jump in our monthly income here once we confirm our assignments, which we do now. Hopefully we get some good stuff going. Now this is going to damage Canada's economy just a little bit. Okay, so we've increased our support in Mexico. Enemy consulate detected. Region of Mongolia.
We failed to
okay.
take control.
Fail that control point. We fail
We
that
still
control
lack
point
support.
with 50% chances. Unlikely. But alright, we're now able to buy that organization from spoiling China for 1 turn. Spoiling Canada for 1 turn. So we'll get rid of spoils until we need it. We'll reinvest into the economy, into funding, welfare, knowledge, and unity. Everything's looking alright. Okay. Now we would like to secure our control here. Let's make sure we remember to buy this, which is another 2 persuasion plus a whole bunch of influence income per month. We're going to put that on Mr. Capture Guy. Beautiful. He should have very good chances. We also do need another counselor, so let's go ahead and do that. More counselors, more missions, more XP, more actions around the world. So we make sure we want to do that. Now, who do we want? We did say we want somebody with a high command, high administration, and ideally high everything. Just high everything. But let's look at command first, as we're missing something of a command specialist. I think we wanted this executive. Hostile takeover, crackdown and purge, can defend our national interests. These are all nice things to have. Addict, which kind of sucks. Security, when our money is low. Hurts our money income. -1 to espionage when being detected by other counselors. -2 security. So your security is super low. That'll mean later on in the game she will be very vulnerable to enemy actions, which is not great. But you know, you can't have it all. There's this guy with a very high command of 7. Control nation, do coups, cannot crack down or purge, which sort of hurts. But those are fairly easy to get through organizations. And I think purge requires you to have command, which would be great. But things like crackdown requires investigation, I think. Let's have a look. Crackdown here requires investigation. Wow, you've got a list of things that you can do. Look at you. You got all the missions. Crackdown, purge, set a coup. You've got OK command. We can work with that. 0 admin though, that hurts. It hurts. Basically with the 0 admin, it means that they can't really get organizations. And organizations are one of the main ways that you boost your counselors in the early game, at least. Alright, purge requires espionage. Crackdown requires investigation. And I think things like hostile takeover requires admin. Pretty high admin. I really think this person is gonna be trash. Let's not get hurt. So for a crackdown purge, we need investigation and espionage, right? We need investigation, espionage are our key things that we're looking for right now. What about you, Miss Diplomat? You don't have the things that I want. Investigation, espionage, you don't have the missions that we want. Crackdown, purge, can do a coup which requires command, and you've got some. You've got decent security, 1 point in admin. Yeah, I think you're our wetworks guy. You can assassinate, turn consular, you can steal projects, and I think you're going to be our wetworks guy. You can also public campaign with a decent amount of success. Yeah. I think it's you. Undercover, aware, +1 to investigation. When detecting other counselors, investigate counselor, very nice. Prosperous, you give us some money. Inscrutable, prohibited missions, you can't inspire people. That's okay. I don't need you to be that person. +2 espionage when being detected. Alrighty. I think you are our wetworks guy. We're gonna make you as huge as possible. We're looking good. Time for a round of missions. Now, we need control of Canada. I think we continue with you, and it's time to maybe spend what little influence we have to get control of these places. I'm still okay with the 50-50 chance here, but we really need some success in Mexico. Public opinion for us, I believe we're green, right? No, we're Project Exodus, we're yellow. Okay, so our public support is growing here. I think we can run one campaign in Canada, and that's gonna make our chance of success a bit better here, assuming it succeeds.
I'm here.
Let's go with Bledlin Lovell. You've got a persuasion of 12. You should very easily swing control of Mexico.
Ready to go.
All right, and we're going to do a public campaign. We've got a 20% chance, but we're going to keep going in Canada.
We must persuade the people.
Confirm these assignments. The Protectorate has been encountered. We're meeting all of the other factions.
The people will come to our side.
Public campaign is a success. That's going to make our chance of grabbing our control point easier. I think it was like 70 something. It went up to 80. Rolled to 21, so super good.
We were unable to establish control.
On the opposite side of things, rolling super high with our good guy. Our counselor was spotted. That's fine. We'll just go to ground.
Establish control.
Could not get control in Canada. You're joking, game. Enemy counselor been detected. Cool. This has been done. This gives us some extra influence to play around with. I think we go ahead and do alien signatures real quick.
Wrapping up here.
Oof, these rolls. Alright, this time we're gonna succeed. Control nation, you've got an 87% chance, but I need you working in Mexico with your 73. I will spend 2 influence
we'll bring
points
this nation to
bring
our
that
side.
up to 80.
What's the op?
You've got a 65% chance. I'm gonna boost that up to 79. Make sure we capture the last spot here.
At your service.
And you can do public campaigns. Where do we not have huge amount of support? I like getting our public support up to a nice round 50. I think having it higher in Canada, in Mexico, maybe the better thing to do. We don't want to spend too much cash right now. Are there any organizations that we want? Things that give us admin, things that give us persuasion would be nice. I don't see anything that we need. Okay. Now, where were we? We've got 2 controls, one in Mexico, one in Canada. Canada should be done. I guess we do some more public support where we're going to get the best chance of success.
I will try to sway the public.
Ready for my mission.
And you will do public campaigns. You've got a decent chance of success in Mexico.
We must persuade the people.
The people.
We must not only defend human lives from the...
We've encountered the resistance.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Cool, we're up to 36% in Canada. Our public support.
Our cause is unjustified to them.
Failed our public support in Mexico. Oh, an alien fleet has been detected in low Earth orbit.
Wrapping up here.
Our presence is growing.
We've got our first control point in Mexico.
Our supporters
and we've
are
grabbed
in
up full control of Canada. Excellent. We can now divert more resources to taking Mexico and then America. Cool. Allow faction to detect alien abductions on Earth. We've completed research alien signatures. Unfortunately, the samples we acquired were too small and limited to give us any real understanding of the alien spacecraft, though it has left us with tantalizing clues. In other news, An alien survived the crash and has moved into nearby wilderness territory. Oddly, we are receiving reports of disappearances in nearby communities. As yet, we have no explanation as to why. We must investigate these alien abductions. New research, new objective, research alien origin. Salvage alien technology is our new objective. If we can find out how they came to our system, maybe that's going to help us get out of our system. We can now research social science labs, which is pretty nice. What does this do for us? This is a module that you can build on hab modules that will boost science at a cost. +1 strength to successful public campaign missions. These are actually very good to do in certain openings if you're going for somewhere difficult to crack like China. But okay, we are going to go with... I think we will research the social science labs. I don't know how quickly we're going to get up into space, but... No, just give me the influence. Just keep giving me the influence. Still not worrying about the global tech tree. As soon as we get control of America, we will be able to exert basically full control over the damn thing. Alright, so...
Prepping for next mission.
Alright, select advisory team. We would like to focus on economic priority, investment points redirect into space flights programmed. I think this might be a pretty good one to get for us. Normally I invest into welfare and knowledge priority, but I think as Project Exodus, kind of want to get our space flights program and boost priority increased. This might be wrong, but who knows. I sure as hell don't know. You've got a control nation of 84. Are there any orgs that we need to save up for and buy? I'm checking like every single turn. Nothing here that we want. Okay, so control nation, get that up to an 80-something% chance.
Presence.
We've got full control of Canada. Don't need to worry about that anymore. What's your chance to control nation here with a 7? Not very good. We can get you to just stabilize this nation a little bit.
We'll turn down the heat.
While everybody else does like public campaigning.
I will try to sway the public.
Standing
I will
by.
try to sway the public. I will throw a little bit of money to make sure this succeeds. It's not going to succeed. We probably just want to do something else. Run public campaigns in places where we can succeed. We even have a higher chance in America of doing public campaigns. Will cost us a whole bunch of money. We're not quite there yet. Let's keep boosting our public opinion.
We'll make our appeal.
Alright, so this tech basically allows us to do a project which will track alien vessels and structures that are inside the orbit of Saturn. Immediately reveals all alien vessels and habitats within our detection range. Okay, alright, so we've done mission to space. This is going to give us advanced electromagnetism as a new direction for global research. But we've unlocked deep space propulsion concepts, orbital shipbuilding, outpost habs, and space tourism. These are all things we're going to be looking into doing. How about our missions? Tell me about the
Public
missions.
opinion is moving in
Success
our
in
direction.
Canada, we're up to 41.
Our efforts didn't have any effect.
We couldn't reduce unrest in
We
Mexico.
hold no sway in their minds.
Public campaign in Mexico is a failure. We are rolling super badly today.
We've gained significant
But
support.
we did get control of... super bad with the 0. The 1 in 100 chance. Let's go. Project Exodus. We got another control point in Mexico. Nice. New project available. Military Science Lab won't be our focus. Alrighty. Let's have a quick check of our science. Because we can swap away from audience research whenever we want, but I don't see anything else that we would like to do. Management research will become important. That's the thing we want to do at some point. Maybe after this next round of audience research finishes. But okay, we have got more control of Mexico, and we will gain even more. Let's start
I'm
with
here.
you. What is your just base chance to control America? Not bad at all. But you're going to finish getting Mexico for us. We'll get you up to an 80% chance.
Establishing control.
You've got a
Where
persuasion
to?
of 7. Still not very good, but we can spend 4 points to get you up to a 61% chance. And
Putting
I
our
like
people
that.
in
We'll roll the
place.
dice there. Public campaign in Mexico. Yes,
Making our
let's do
case.
this.
Acknowledged.
You can public campaign in Mexico with a 69% chance. Let's do it.
I will tell our story.
Any other orgs that we want? Oh, this is a nice one. JPL. We need to be a criminal though, and I don't think any one of us has the criminal trait. This is also criminal. We can pick this up now. This will cost us cash, but it will give us 1 science, a monthly income. I think we're going to pick this up early as we have some cash and we don't really have anything to do with it. And you've got the highest science, so you know what? Guess what? Congratulations. You're a science man. Confirm assignments. Move it forward. So we've researched we are not alone. The Protectorate has contributed the most. Orbital shipbuilding as the next direction. I approve of that. That's kind of what I would do. Following technologies may now be researched. Arrival domestic politics. Arrival economics. So these are all like changes to these policies in the wake of alien arrival. But this does allow us to unlock clandestine cells, which is what we're waiting for. We're going to
Public
actually
sentiment is increasingly with us.
go immediately
Our
into
cause is
researching
unjustified to them.
clandestine cells.
We're taking over.
We still lack support.
Another alien fleet has arrived. Control nation success in Mexico. We've got 3 or 4 points. Control nation failure. We had a 70% chance. UFO crashing down on Earth, which we need to research. But first, I'm actually going to send you.
Acknowledged.
Hang on a second. You control. You've
Bringing
got a base
them to our
81%.
side.
That's great.
Reporting in.
We no longer need you, and you've got no other missions that are going to benefit us. So go ahead and
Headed there
investigate
now.
the aliens, and
I'm
my
here.
other 2 dudes can continue public supporting. Now, with the 76% chance of getting public support in America, I think we start building our support here. We'll get
I
that
will
up
tell
to
our
80.
story.
Standing by
And,
for orders.
We've got a 69% chance here.
Making our
And who can say
case.
no? Funny the first time. I'm just going to keep going with it. Alright, I think that's it. Head over to research. Make sure we get right on clandestine. It hasn't been unlocked yet, but it will do shortly. Confirm assignments. Move it on. We want a quick control of America, and it looks like we're very much on track to make that happen.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Alright, we're up to 20% in America. That's huge.
The people will come
29,
to our
huge.
side.
Please get full control of Mexico.
We found something.
Alright, so we've investigated those UFOs in Pakistan. Xenology research
Our
has gone up.
supporters are in place.
We've got full control of Mexico. And while we have full control of Mexico, we just want to make this country somewhere that later on down the line we're going to want to actually be a place that can contribute to us. So we want good economy, investment into knowledge. Unity, I think, is going to be quite key. We have to put some spoils in, even though I don't want to. I really don't want to. We're going to put funding up quite high. Alright, so for Mexico, I think we want to get the GDP going up. And in order to do that, we need investment into economy. So we'll make that a priority. We would like inequality to come down. So we need to invest into welfare. We would like cohesion to go up. So we need to invest in unity. That's fine. But it's not too bad here, so I don't have to worry about that. Education is developing with investment into knowledge. That's good. And funding, I think, can take a backbench in priority towards these things. So our monthly investment points. Unrest is decreasing this nation's investment points by 35%, which is not good. We want to bring this unrest down, which you do by running missions or putting funding into military. And I don't want to waste money into military, so probably have somebody just manually bring this down. And that's our plan for Mexico. Looking at Canada. Canada is just in great shape. Solid country. Don't need to do very much. Let's put a little bit into funding, more into the economy, welfare, unity. No spaceflight program yet. We want to develop our nations a little bit before we start leaning into things like boost and spaceflight. I think that looks good.
Ready for
All right,
orders.
let's see if we can start possibly grabbing up control in America. A full send will get us there, 76%. That should come up as we sway public opinion. Once this gets up to like a high enough value, we'll start to be able to crack into here, no problem. We've got lots of bonuses from popular support and control points in neighbors and everything. Not going to be an issue to do this at all. In the meantime, you're just going to stabilize Mexico a little bit.
Restoring order.
You're going to stabilize Mexico a little bit. And our
Restoring
propaganda
order.
sticks are just going to run
Where
propaganda
do you need
missions.
me?
Public campaign,
Making our case.
80%. Public
Standing
campaign,
by. We must
75%.
persuade the people.
Nothing else here that we want. Everybody has to be a criminal, apparently, to make anything happen in the world. Confirm assignments. Move it on. America, you
Order
will
is
be mine.
returning.
Alright, stabilize Mexico, success.
Order is returning.
Stabilize, success.
The people will come to our
Public
side.
campaign success, we're up to 37.
We're winning
Up
their
to
hearts and
43, it's a big
minds.
jump. Couple more rounds and we should be good to go. Now able to undertake clandestine cells, take me there. Swap over immediately to clandestine cells. Fantastic. Let's send it.
Where do you need me?
Alrighty. Up to 34 base chance to grab control in America. The problem is grabbing control of even one control point is going to start eating into our cap here, our control point cap. One of these will cost us 27, so we can comfortably chew 2 of them before we actually start letting go of a country like Mexico and then Canada, which will then decrease our chances of success. But I think we'll wait on that. We'll just do some more
We'll
stabilize.
restore peace to this nation.
Insurgency is
go.
coming down.
We'll
Very
make
good, you guys.
things
We
safe.
just basically the same as before.
Your
Rinse and
orders.
repeat.
We
Public
must persuade the
campaign.
people.
Public
Ready for
campaign
orders.
with a little bit of money. Check out orgs. Send it forward. I would like to have control of
Things are
this
cooling
country
off.
before the end of the year.
Things are cooling off.
Public sentiment is
Right, we're
increasingly
up to
with us.
49. Get us up to
Public
54.
opinion is moving
Beautiful.
in our
I think
direction.
now we start trying to get control of America. Alrighty, so
Ready.
you will have the best chance. You're up to a base 55. We spent 4 influence. You're up
Taking
to
control.
80. Easy.
At your service.
You are not able to do public campaigns, but you do have a high persuasion. I mean, we can spend influence for a 50-50, but I don't want to. We're just going to continue to stabilize Mexico.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Ready.
You will continue your public campaigning,
Reporting in.
and you will continue your public campaigning.
We'll make our appeal.
I don't think anybody should be ready for a level yet, although you will be ready pretty soon. Confirm these assignments, moving on. Influence is looking good.
Violence
Building up
is
a bank.
abating.
Mexico
We've moved the
stabilizing.
needle.
We've got 53% support in the US.
The people will come to
51.
our side.
And our first control point
We've got our people in place.
is a success. Alright. We got a foot in the door. First infantry is under our control.
What's the op?
We can grab another control point, no problem in America. Every control point that you grab lowers your chance of success just a little bit. So we're gonna have to spend some influence to make it happen.
We'll bring this nation
Over
to
here.
our side.
Acknowledged.
We will continue to do these things. Over here. Might require a considerable
safe.
amount of influence
Acknowledged.
investment to eventually pick up America. But I'm thinking our public
I will
support
try
is
to
going to
sway
get
the
high enough
public.
that it won't be
Where
too big
to?
an issue. I'm not concerned with them showing our... Not too concerned with them showing our armies on this list. And we do have control of a space station already in orbit. Let's have a look at this and see if there's things that we could do. We could have done that research that increases your chance of public campaigning. But honestly, like I said, that's kind of a China play. And I don't think we need to do any of that. We haven't researched these things, but they are on the table. Space science might be a good one to do. I think we will kind of focus on space science. Life science might be a nice one. 3% bonus investment to our welfare priority. No, I don't think this is critical. We're going to go with the space science probably once we get that researched. As soon as clandestine cells is done. Head back to our planet. Nice asset that we have in space is taking up one of our 2 mission command. But we should get more as we grab up America. Confirm these assignments.
Stabilizing.
Cool, we're helping out Mexico
We're
a
winning their
little
hearts
bit.
and minds.
We're up to 58% in the US, that's great.
Public sentiment is increasingly.
We've gained significant support.
Our second control point in the US. It's happening. Yet another army taken control of. The US gets access to some early armies, which is very nice for certain styles of play. Alright, we've got the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency here, which gives us quite a lot of things. This will give us some command. Does cost us, will give us some science and 3 mission control, some boosts to welfare, information science research. This would be a very powerful one to pick up, I think. So why we don't have the influence yet, and it needs to go on somebody who's a government person. Okay, so we'll just get the influence and pick that up when we can. Now, head
At
over
your
to
service.
our country grabber here, back up to 61 base chance. Picking up another control point here will send us over our limit, which means we won't get as much influence but we won't be very far over the limit, and I'm hoping that with more popular support in America, maybe we'll be able to level up one of our other guys to have a bit more persuasion that he can help us grab up these final pieces of America in one big dash. We'll go with the 70% chance to grab this.
Establishing our presence.
Ready for my mission.
You will probably be the next best candidate to help us grab America. A full send will give us 77%, which is pretty good. But for now, we continue to stabilize.
We'll turn down the heat.
Ready to go.
Public support.
Ready.
Public support. We'll spend a bit of cash to make sure that's an
tell
80.
our story.
Alright. And we keep saving up for this guy. Nothing else here that we want. Would have loved things to give us more persuasion, but I mean, they're just not there. What can you do? Confirm these assignments. Move it forward. We're in a good place. We could probably like mess about with America's stuff, but I kind of don't like changing these until we have full control. Information Science Lab is
Violence
available.
is abating.
Right, Mexico's back down to strife.
Public opinion remains unmoved.
We didn't change anything in
We've
America.
moved the
We're up to
needle.
57%.
Our presence is growing.
Alright, we've got our third point in the US. Does hurt our influence income just a little bit. We got ourselves another army, that's great. And now we're at a very critical juncture where I think we should be doing some more public campaigning in America.
I will try to sway the public.
Ready to
We're
go.
going to keep grabbing up as much of America for as long as we can sustain it without
Putting
giving
our
up
people in
control of
place.
our other countries.
Your orders?
I think we're gonna do... Ooh, that's a very heavy investment, and I would very much like to buy that organization. It's not critical if we miss it, but it would just be a nice one to have. So we're just gonna take it slow, stabilize Mexico a
Restoring
little bit
order.
more. Mexico is starting to look pretty good.
By.
Inequality is dropping. I mean, we're still losing GDP, but as the unrest and everything goes up, we're gonna start to see that change. They're a bit polarized. Maybe we should invest in unity a bit more. We're gonna cut funding, put another point in unity, and see if we can just get things being a little bit better. Full investment in the country. Alright, looking pretty good over in Mexico. Okie dokie. I think our last guy here is just gonna do some more public campaigning in America for us with an 80%
I will
chance.
tell our story.
Beautiful. Alright, confirm these assignments. Ship it.
The situation remains chaotic.
Failure in Mexico.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Up to 63%.
The
That's
people
big.
will come to our side.
68%. We've got somebody arrived in Mexico. I don't know what they're doing here. Probably
We've got
going
our
to
people
try
in
to
place.
stir up trouble. Got another control point. We've got 4 of the 6. So now we're very much over our cap. We're losing influence per turn, which is not good. We're going to have to start cutting loose countries. And I'm sorry, Mexico, but you got to go. And probably Canada as well. Actually, we're back under our control points. So yes, we can grab another point in America.
Reporting in.
Let's go ahead and grab this. We will have to spend more influence to make this happen. 4 points for a 74% chance.
Establishing
It's
control.
very good for us.
I'm here.
Now, having given up Mexico, I mean, it's not terrible. We'll continue to stabilize the nation,
We'll restore peace
as
to
we
this
will
nation.
eventually
Where do you
retake
need
Mexico
me?
at some point. And maybe use it as a base for space missions, as we will Canada. I think we just continue to drum up more support, although we're up to 68. Let's get that up to
We must
70.
persuade the people.
Standing by for orders.
It's going to be increasingly difficult as we give up countries to pick up control points in the US, and I hope that it's not going to be too bad once we give up Canada. But for now, we keep doing public campaigns. We should be able to
Making our
level up our
case.
guys, but it doesn't seem to be too big an issue at the moment, as we're still proceeding with relative ease. I think
Things are
something like
cooling off.
2 months in game have passed so far. Alright, stabilize with a critical success. That's huge.
We've moved the needle.
Public campaign at 62. Would like to get that up to
sentiment
70.
is increasingly with us.
Another control point.
We've gained significant support.
Nice. That's a win. And now we can pick up that Global Space Agency. You don't have the command for it, so let's just find somebody who does. That would be you. Now this will give you command, which you want, investigation that you want, some science, which you don't mind, and some security, which you like. I think this is a pretty good one. It is going to cost us a lot, but I think it's kind of hard to say no to. Is there somebody else who would want this? Nobody else can have it, so guess what? Congratulations, sir, you win. We need to get your admin stuff up. We're going to be looking for organizations that boost admin. Going to be quite critical. Okay, that'll do for now. Alright, the final hurdle.
Standing by.
We need you to get control of America. We don't have any influence points to spend. It's kind of bad. Where did all our influence go? We're going to take a turn off from grabbing control points. Even though we're over our limit, we're still making influence and we're going to need a full spend. If I give up Canada here, we're going to lose our control point boost. Control points in neighbors boost, which we will definitely need. So for the moment, everybody just take a round, do
We'll
some
turn
other stuff.
down the heat.
We can maybe investigate this councilor. Going to continue to stabilize
make
Mexico.
things
We
safe.
probably start losing control
What's
points
the
in these
arm?
countries. That's what these guys are going to be doing. I would like you to investigate this guy. You've got a 91% chance to start learning a little bit about
Where
our
to?
peoples. You've got a 53% chance. If we spend some cash, we get that up to a nice
We'll make our
72. I'm
appeal.
happy with that. That's going to be it. Move it forward.
I have new information.
Investigate Counselor was a
Wrapping up
success. This is Humanity First Counselor. Don't have to worry about them.
Order is returning.
Remember, we are like the most neutral faction. Alright, so global research complete. Advanced electromagnetism. They have chosen mass drivers as a new direction for global research. I'm on board with all of these choices. This is fine for me. Advanced superconductors, magnetic force manipulation, mass drivers, vacuum, electrostatic principles. Interesting.
Things are stabilizing.
Continuing to stabilize
Public
Mexico.
opinion is moving in our direction.
Clandestine cells has been completed. That's big. Alright, so for our next personal research, I think we're gonna go for... We'll do social science labs. Let's get that done. Once we have full control of America, we're gonna start actually influencing this tech. Is it time to make our move on America? Control point in Mexico has been lost to the Protectorate. We knew it was coming. Not a big deal. Seems like Protectorate is grabbing up control. The Middle Americas, Central America, well as the Resistance. Interesting, but no problem. I think it's time we grab control of the USA. So we go over to our guy here. Does have some XP that we can spend. Let's go ahead and maybe boost his persuasion. I'm a big fan of raising admin, but we can wait. Let's get his persuasion up to a healthy 13 to get this last point for us. We need to recruit somebody, which we can't do just yet. But okay, let's see what his chance is. 70% seems pretty good for a
Bringing
4-point
them on board.
investment.
Standing
We're gonna
by.
continue to stabilize Mexico before
Ready.
this other guys come in and actually just ruin the country. We were doing so many good things for Mexico, but you know what? Not our problem at the moment anymore. Let's continue to raise public support in
Making our case.
Canada.
I'm here.
We could investigate our own councillors to get a better idea of what their loyalty is. I don't think that's a big deal right now. I think we just continue to do public campaigning. We are up to 60% in America. Managed to convince people that, yes, running away from the aliens is the strategy. Let's go to another star. Screw Earth. Who needs this planet anyway?
We must persuade the people.
Alright, confirm these assignments. Move on. Alright, we've got another alien fleet entering orbit. They're probably gonna crash down somewhere in Russia. Okay. Okay, so global research, orbital shipbuilding has been completed. Deep space propulsion concept is next on the table. I'm still fine with all of this. We can now research the principles of space warfare. We don't need to worry about that too much, but now we can do these projects. Interplanetary warships, liquid hydrogen containment, space dock space. These are all good things to have the option to research. Now, did we get control of America?
The people will come to our side.
Public support in Canada,
Things are
yes.
stabilizing.
Stabilizing in Mexico, beautiful. Public support in the US.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Somebody is also doing public support missions in the US. Alright, project complete. Social science labs, we can now build some of those. Our science is going through the roof now that we have control of America. That's something that we need to look at. Our next research we will go for is, I guess, information science lab. New computing theories and technologies. Why not? We can maybe start exerting control. We've got 14 points per day. It won't take us very long to overtake other people with this investment. and we'll still get some science done with this. This won't finish until next year. This will, well, this year, April this year, March this year. That's fine. Now, did we get control of America?
Our supporters are in place.
Boom. We have control of America, ladies and gents. Mission accomplished. Round of applause. Firm handshakes all around. Control point lost in Mexico. Not a big deal. Now, we have to cut loose Canada. That's the thing that has to happen, unfortunately. But we will get them back. Another army is under our control. Let's go ahead and drop control of Canada. Very nice. We will have to defend our interests in America to make sure that nobody can get in. But honestly, I don't think anybody's gonna have a chance of breaking into America while our support is so high. You know, it's a big country. But let's talk about what we want for America. We need more science. So let's lose mission control for now. We've got quite a lot of mission control available. We're making decent boost, but we're gonna want more boost. So we'll leave this because we are gonna start lifting things into space. Things that are going to help our research. Specifically, we want to get like our research as yoked as possible. Funding, I don't think we're going to need too much of. We're going to take off all the spoils. Screw that. Even though it might make it easier to run a coup here, with defending our interests and things like that, America should be pretty safe until we see people grabbing up our neighbors like these guys over here are. But for now, shouldn't be too big a worry. We have a military. We don't need to invest in it too much. What we want is lots of knowledge, lots of economy, some welfare, because, you know, we want to keep the country all stable. Polarization needs to come down. Inequality needs to come down. GDP needs to go up. Education is fine, but we want our science going up. And this science number is based on a number of things. It's a product of education, economy, cohesion, democracy, and unrest. So basically, it's a factor of the number of people and all of the other factors. The unrest, democracy, GDP, all of these things. So we need the GDP to go up, which we're doing with investments in economy. We need this to come down, which it will do just on its own. We need democracy going up, but that's based on knowledge, which we're investing heavily into, so that's going to be sorted out. Cohesion, we're investing into knowledge, so that's going to go... into unity, so that's going to go up. And knowledge will bring cohesion up, I believe. So knowledge and unity. And this should sort us out over time. We might do like smaller investments into boost to make sure everything else is ticking up nicely. Okay, should be good in America now. We have got quite a lot of science, 661. So we're going to take control of this and start steering things the way we want, at least one branch of the tech tree. Canada is going to start being taken over, but now we can start expanding a little bit our control around the globe.
Where
Our
to?
influence. Let's see here. I'm going to help America just get back to a good place. We'll run a stabilized nation mission. Stabilized nation mission. In
We'll make
America.
things safe.
Your orders? We'll turn down the heat.
Please do.
Acknowledged.
We're going to surveil America to see if there's any weirdo shenanigans
Sitting
going
a
on.
watch.
Ready.
And you can just go investigate the aliens, please. Okie dokie. Confirm these assignments. We are good to go. Let's go ahead and run time forward. Surveil location mission complete. We'll see if any weirdo things are happening here.
Violence is abating.
Everything is now peaceful. That's
Violence
good.
is abating.
Very nice. Democracy is going up. Knowledge increasing. People are increasing. We want to see changes over here, but that might take a little bit of time. Inequality
what we
coming down,
found.
finally. Investigated those aliens. Fantastic. We do have a guy here we want to investigate. See who's trying to mess up America. Beautiful. So we're starting to see a swing in America here that we want to see. Everything. Democracy going up. Knowledge going up. People up. This is coming down. Would like to see these ticking up, but it's costing us because I think we have armies. Do we have an army that is deployed away from home? You're home, you're home, you're over in South Korea. And honestly, I think we're pulling out of South Korea. Come home, guys. Now, we've got lots of armies. We maybe don't even need that many armies as Project Exodus, so we might look at cutting down some of our army. That would be nice. Demilitarize a little bit America. But it is good to have. I mean, I feel safe. I feel real safe. Alright, let's put those away. Let's go ahead and find out who this guy is. What can we do? What can we... don't really have a use for you right now. Although we do have some points that we can get and use our control points for. Maybe we can start taking back control of places. Eventually, we'll have to wait for the cooldown to happen. And then we'll start grabbing back up stuff. So, in the meantime, yes. We don't have a better mission for you. You will investigate this counselor.
Initiating surveillance.
Ready for orders.
Turning the counselor could be fun. Nice and early. We don't really have a mission for you. I'm going to go ahead and defend our interests. This will cost us some
Making
influence.
things safe
But that's
for our
okay.
people.
Where to?
It'll give us a year of peace of mind. You're going to investigate this counselor as well. We'll have a double success.
Standing
Means
by
more
for
information.
orders.
And you, I guess you're going to do some public campaigning for us in Canada. We would like to make it as difficult for people to crack into Canada, which is our next big grab.
I will tell our story.
Possibly. We could also look at grabbing up some smaller places around the world, building up our public opinion. Somewhere like Kazakhstan, always very nice. We'll take stock of the geopolitical landscape in a little bit. Africa is other places we could look at just getting a foothold in. Places that give us good science is really what we want. Confirm these assignments. Let's go ahead and see how things shake out. Now able to undertake the Interplanetary Warships project. Very nice.
Securing our control.
Alright, we've defended our interests in America. Nobody's taking control of that.
Person of interest surveilled.
We have
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
surveilled this guy, or this girl. She is from the Academy. Now, honestly, the Academy is not somebody we need to work against. Likewise, the Initiative. I think these two are fine. Our main enemies are going to be the Servants and the Protectorate. But we're mostly quite neutral, so we can probably try and align ourselves with the Academy. Might make contact with them and see if we can establish some diplomatic relations. Lithium sulfur batteries. New project available.
We've got some intel on our target.
Alright, they've got a loyalty score of 4. We should be able to flip them fairly easily.
Cleaning things up.
Let's learn a little bit more about this lady. She's got Perun as an organization. We might be able to steal that. Her traits are those, and she can do these missions. Do we know what her current mission is? Unknown mission. Maybe we need to investigate her again, find out what her mission is, or we can try to flip her. And I think we will. Although she's not really somebody we're
People
concerned
will come
about.
to our side.
I just kind of like flipping people. Okay, so deep space propulsion concepts has been researched. We invested the most, so we can choose the next tech, which is great. We're starting to steer the tech tree the way we want. But this allows us to do advanced heat management concepts, electromagnetic propulsion, electrothermal propulsion, nuclear fission in space. We get to choose our first bit of tech. Now, where do we want to go with this? Our goal is to get out of the solar system. We want to find a new star, a new home for our species, and go there, and hopefully the aliens leave us alone. How are we gonna get there? We need a huge amount of tech and a huge amount of rocket scientry, I imagine. All the while the aliens are gonna be fighting us, so we probably want to be able to defend ourselves with some kind of a fleet. But I think going fleet technology is going to be very good. Augmented reality does lead to some very interesting things. And decided, we're going to go augmented reality, begin research. We want control of this. So we're going to pump some tech into it and then see how the AI is competing with us. Probably don't need all 3 pips. We'll do something like this. That's going to be fine. Alright. Ooh, big decisions. Alright, I think we're going to end it here for the first episode. We've got control of the US. It didn't take us very long, a couple months, to grab hold of that. We've got some spare control point to start capturing and maybe influencing the world a little bit. We're starting to take control of the tech tree and steer things the way we want and how we want, which is great. And I think we're in a very good position as Project Exodus, which as I believe they're just like the most neutral faction. They don't want to get involved in wars and things. They just want to focus on the research, get as much tech as possible. We might have to fight the aliens at some point to try and get hold of some of their technology. So we might have to divert a little bit into military research, which shouldn't be an issue. But I think that's our plan. Hopefully you're enjoying this, let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see more of this playthrough as our Americas start with the Project Exodus. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.